That's a bit.
What the frick is up, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Making sure my mic is indeed on. It is. Jaden here, back with another video. Today is April 23rd. It is currently 6:21 a.m. And why don't you guys take a freaking guess as to why we're out here? If you said 90 minutes of cardio, you would be right on point. So, without further ado, meal number one has already been eaten. Woke up at 6. New meal prep for the next 2 weeks. So instead of the usual, like, chicken thighs, which were pretty much serving me at around 70 grams per serving, I made a new batch of chicken and breast, in which, somehow, I think because the cooking time came out to like 120 grams for the same amount of protein. So my meal preps are now like 60 or like 50 rather grams heavier, which is kind of insane. Yeah, yeah, I'll let you out. No worries. We have this nice lady joining us for today, I guess. Um, but no, so you know, well, on uni on the campus they lock all the doors. So if you don't have a scanner ID, you're kind of just stuck in here. I guess it's if you want to spend the night, you better be willing to freaking, I don't know, put up with all the frat activities and all the costing all the undergrads will do to you. But that's the price you have to pay for a little bit of hospitality. Yeah, you're welcome. So anyway, um, so that's the thing. So I ate meal number one, and I got like 2/3 in, and I was like, holy shit, this is freaking heavy. Like this is going to be weighing in my stomach. And the craziest thing is because of the way I'm cooking the rice right now, which is just a fuck ton of water, the macros of each of my meal prep meals, which is like basically 120 grams of chicken breast and like 270 grams of rice, man, that comes out to like almost 400 grams weight, and the calories are like 441. So we're talking almost, a gram per calorie in terms of like density, which is a lot. That's like right where you want to be, um, in terms of satiety. Like if you're trying to keep full on cut, so very happy with that. But kind of got a little bit sidetracked helping that lady out. But yeah, what I was saying though is weight this morning as well was 72.4. Cannot complain. So that is right in the ballpark of where we want it. I definitely actually felt really heavy this morning, and so that's a good sign that we were still that low despite how I felt. Um, Up my fiber and was drinking just water like crazy. I'm a bit sick right now. I think it's just seasonal allergies, fingers crossed. But sometimes it takes a bit of adaptation at the start of spring, and we're officially in the swing of things in terms of spring for sure. So, not surprised by the onset of those symptoms. Hopefully they'll clear up soon because it is affecting my sleep a little bit, and obviously that's going to affect the recovery. That said, yesterday was a massive eating day. I ended the day with 6 meals, almost like 2,900 calories eaten, and feeling freaking stuffed in my face all day. And my second meal was 700 calories. So, no joke. I mean, that was a lot of freaking food. And what can I say? It was, cutting the way I am now with my cardio. It's like, it's easy. It feels freaking easy. It feels like a cheat code. Just being able to eat pretty much whatever the hell I want and meet my macros. Now, that's a lie. I'm not eating whatever the hell I want, but I'm eating as much as I want, and I'm full constantly throughout the day. So, just to say cutting does not need to be starving yourself. Just make sure you're getting a lot of active calories, either, on the bike or whatever, or just freaking walking around, guys. 10K steps a day, for me at least, at 170 pounds is like 400 to 500 calories. It's freaking easy money. You're golden, right? And so that opens up your window. That's like an extra meal. It's like, why would you rather deprive yourself of the nutrients and the macros of just reducing a meal when you can just walk a little more? Like, don't be lazy. Instead of fucking getting on the bus, going to the supermarket, why don't you walk over and get those steps in? So that said, not too much more to say. Today's going to be a nice back and biceps day, and I'm excited to be changing the split up yet again soon. I think tomorrow well, I don't want to spoil it, but it should potentially lead to some better gains. So we'll see. We'll see when that comes. But for right now, same split for the next day, 2 day, and I'll see you guys for that after we wrap up cardio and get a little check-in going. All right, what the frick is up? I was gonna say what time it is, but my watch is not currently on my body. But 90 minutes of cardio have been freaking finished, demolished, destructed, the huge. Let's see what we got going on. So meal number one has already been eaten. Morning weight was 172.4. I think it's safe to say, excuse me, I can't even talk. I think it's safe to say it looks, uh, it looks like we're freaking leaning out. I was gonna say it looks like 172, but that doesn't really make any sense, does it? But certainly getting skin thin in some parts of the freaking physique here. Let's check the back. Pretty crazy if I do say so myself. Let's check out the legs. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. All right, I gotta go get freaking breakfast in, so I'm not late to class. It's like the last class today for econ before our freaking final, so I can't miss that. But without further ado, I'm gonna eat some meals, go to class, and I'll see you guys in 5 or 6 hours for a good freaking back day, back in biceps. Last one before the new split. All right, time is currently 3:45. No, 3:43 rather. Been about 6 hours since cardio. Time for freaking back day. So I know I said it was gonna be the same split as normal, but I actually decided because we're switching to a bit of a different frequency split, I gotta switch today, or else I'm gonna be messed up in 2 days when I'm hitting back again. So it's kind of a hint, but either way, we're hitting back and biceps and some rear delt, I think. And so volume will be a bit lower than normal because frequency is going to be going up. So today's kind of the first day of the new split, but not quite because, well, we won't get into it too much, but we're going to be doing traditionally more volume on these upper body days. So, that'll be for tomorrow, though. Tomorrow it's going to be legs, but new split still. So, without further ado, start with the usual. Same exercise, a bit less uh, volume, but hopefully, potentially even greater intensity. So we'll see. Okay. Yeah. That was a solid first set. One more of these, maybe switch it up. No fancy supersets today or anything, just kind of standard sets. So, you know, can't really superset much when you're doing all the same muscle groups. All right, set two. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Switch it up a little bit. Bit of rows for back focused. Last two sets were kind of more lat. So kind of round off, you know, both major parts of the back. And then, I mean, because if you're gonna do like one muscle group one day a week, and then like the other half of back the other day a week, the problem is that, yeah, you hit your whole back, but the frequency per part is less on a weekly basis. And so you're not hitting the potential stimulus, you know, recoverable amount of stimulus as frequently as you could be. So it'd be better to like split up the volume half and half. Do like, you know, 2 days where you're actually hitting both muscle groups, because then you have less prolonged time during the week where one muscle group is not being hit. There is no, you know, muscle protein synthesis stimulating tension going on. So that's the idea. Bit of science dump, but either way, let's get the set done. You know, it's good to yap, but it's better to freaking do the practice and actually do what you need to do to grow. So we'll do just that. Okay. That's freaking that. That's all the major back compounds you're going to be doing. So let's move on to biceps and shoulders. I said it'd be short. All right, first set of biceps. So keeping it pretty routine. What is this? The hammer strength MTS bicep curl, whatever this thing is. So weight's heavier. Thinking 3 sets. And yeah, try to just push hard, high intensity, the usual. Whew. low side in reps, but that's okay. 4 to 8, so 2 more. I don't need the straps. That was worth dropping the weight on. That was solid. One more. Okay. No. Different buys. Let's go to rear delt. Already did one of these supersetted with buys, but you guys have seen me do enough freaking sets of rear delt, so I think showing one is more than enough. The usual freaking cable attachment cuff, whatever you want to call it. 4 to 8 reps should be good. Okay. Come on. Okay. That's it. Might have been a bit too heavy, but that's a wrap. So let's check the freaking pump, see what we got. Oh, freaking right. Well, that is a wrap on our session for today. I have to say, that was short and sweet. Like, what was that? 9 sets total? Not even. 8 sets, but soon it's gonna be more, and you'll see why. But for now, let's freaking enjoy the pump and worry about that next time. So, a bit of a different area, not in the bathroom today. The freaking posing room. Is it crazy? I guess we're gonna have to find out. Let's see. That's what we're dealing with. That looks pretty crazy. these freaking things off. Holy shit. That's insane. I'm gonna move over here. I think it's about next week. I'm freaking lighting. I can hardly talk. But yeah. We can get all the angles in. Ooh. Let's come back over here, guys. I don't know. Right, I'm just trying to freaking enjoy the pump. Right, the lighting's whatever. You can always make up for it later. But right now, I'm very living the freaking moment, because who knows? We're gonna have another freaking pump like this, right? Holy shit. Oh, I've not been this lean freaking ever. That's crazy. I mean, I don't really know what else to pose, man. That's insane. That's so fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but in person, like, just right around here, my freaking no fat, like paper thin, guys. Oh, that's pretty freaking gnarly. On the back too, I think. Oh man, things though, I didn't see that. Alright, well, I don't really know how much more there's to say. I didn't really hit chest or anything, so can't really pose that, but yeah, either way, I think this is verifiably pretty much on point. So, without further ado, I'm gonna cut it there. Thank you guys like usual for checking in, and I'll see you freaking next time. Hopefully soon. Jaden out. Well, until tomorrow.